Hey everyone, this is Jojo, and I'm here to do a video for y'all. I have been doing videos lately because my laptop before was like messed up, so I had to get it fixed. And when I did get it, the camera was looking all nasty looking, and I just didn't like it. Had a little too much time to make a video, but that was mostly at night, and like the light wasn't right, so and I was kind of keep forgetting to do things and. Yeah. So, my previous video, or one of the videos, said I was going to do that manga reading challenge. It didn't work out. But I did read a few of the manga, but I already took it back to the library, so. But this is a book haul video / library haul video. I'm going to show you all the books I bought recently. It's not a lot. Just I think about 6. And the books I got from the library. There's a lot of books I bought recently. Alright, so I'm going to show you the books. First I'm going to show you the books I'm currently reading. And then I'm going to show you the books I bought from the thrift store. That's the only books I got from the thrift store because they were cheap. They had much money. And now this video looking all ugh. So bear with this. Hopefully it'll clear up soon. Alright, and then after that I'm going to show you the library books last. Alright, so I'll show you the books I'm currently reading first. So the first book I'm currently reading is The Love That Split the World by Emily Henry. And this is I think it's a contemporary magical realism kind of thing going on here, because like the first few paragraphs really hooked me, and like I really like how the story is going so far. It's just really interesting. I'm like in the middle right there, and I put some little sticky notes in places that seem interesting, like really, I might do a review on this. So yeah, I might do a review on it hopefully soon. The next book I'm currently reading is This Savage Song by Victoria Schwab. I don't know how to pronounce it, but this is her newest book, and I'm currently reading this right there. It's really good so far. The writing really hooked me in, and I can't wait to read some more. And it's everybody mostly know what it's about. It's about this world where monsters exist in like this, I guess, city or town, or are split into two. And you get the Hawkers on one side and the forget the guy's name. Flynn on the other. Flynn, okay. And like it's about these two characters from each side who I guess they became friends or something, but don't know much about it, but it's something to do with monsters. I get the Hawker is using the monsters for something while the Flynn are trying to, I guess, stop the monsters. I don't know, I'm confused a little bit. I don't know I'm not really good, but it sounds so good. And I can't wait to learn more, because like it's just like, what? It's just, Alright, there's a lot of books on my bed right now, so I need some stuff. So I'm gonna show you the books I got from the thrift store earlier this month. So the first book I grab out of my bag here is Salem Falls by Judy Ducott. I think that's pronounced the name. Haven't read any of her books yet. So for a white young adult book with her and her daughter, they did I would call, I think, Between the Pages or Between the Lines, something like that. It's mostly about how she somehow got flipped inside a book and the characters were alive. So anyway, I really like it. Anyway, so I'm trying to read more of her adult fiction, and this one seemed interesting when I picked it up. So the words are tiny, and I don't know much what it's about. All I know is it's something to do with a character. I think one of the characters is trying to bury his past or something. Something like a misunderstood thing happened with him and a teacher, I guess. I mean, him and a student. And yeah, I don't know much about it, but it's not interesting. So hopefully it'll be good. I don't know if it's a horror or not, but yeah. I'm very bad at synopsis. I don't really read the synopsis at all. I just mostly just read the back of it a little bit and then read the first page and see how good it is. That's it. Alright, the next book is Genevieve, Queen of the Summer Country by Rosalind Miles. And I think this is like a historical fiction, like one of those. Man, is it by like almost like the Arthur retellings, like the King Arthur retelling, but this is like about his wife Genevieve. I think it's Genevieve or Genevieve or something. And this cover is so pretty, except for this part right there. I think it's a sticker. Maybe I could try to take that off, but still a nice cover. It's historical fiction. I remember I had a English class about King Arthur and all that in my school. Not thinking like in March. No, what's it? They started in January. Anyway, we was talking about how the different retellings and stories came about and stuff like that. So like the first fan fiction kind of thing. And like, so this is another book. It's told in, I guess, talking about her character. And I think this is a I don't know if it's a series. I'm told mine. Yeah, it's a Genevieve trilogy. So this is the first book of the trilogy. The other two are talking about the knight Lancelot and the child the Holy Grail. I don't know if that's Arthur or not. Alright, let's see where I put this. Alright, next I got is The Carrie Diaries by Candace Bushnell. I think everybody knows what this book is. This is like the Sex and the City, but this is when the main character of Sex and the City was a teenager and her life and stuff like that. So I really like the cover, and like I never watched Sex and the City. I mean, I know about it, but I never watch it. And like this might be interesting. I don't know. Next I got is Leonardo's Shadow, or My Astonishing Life as Leonardo da Vinci's Servant by Christopher Gray. And I guess it's another historical fiction. Don't know what it's about. I think it's about this guy who's like Leonardo's servant, and I guess it's something to do with his story. I don't know what the story will be about. But I really like the cover. I was like, just feel like buying books on that day, and just like, this is one interesting books I found. The next book is Welcome to Night Vale by Joseph Fink and Jeffrey Kredner, I think. And I really like this cover. Don't know what it's about. It might be science fiction, but not really sure. Look at it, like the entry. Interesting, really nice. And yeah, seriously, I do not know any of these books much about. So yeah, I'm just showing you what I got, and I'm just terrible at knowing what this is about. I know what this is about though. This is The Land by Mildred D. Taylor. This is the same author of Roll Thunder, Hear My Cry. I read that when I was a kid, and this is like the prequel. This is talking about their grandfather, I think. And this is African American historical fiction. And I think I remember reading this when I was like still in high school, I think. Got it from the library and read some of it, but I didn't finish it because I had to take it back to the library so hopefully I'll be able to read it and finish it and see how I like it. So that was like, oh wait, one more book. Alright, so the next book, the last book is, I get from the thrift store, is Shadow Fever by Karen Marie Monin. And I think this is like the 5th book of the series. Let's see, this book. Yeah, 5th book of the series. And I recognized the author's name, but I couldn't point out what the name I saw it from. And then when I look on Goodreads, I saw like the covers of the series look different. I was like, oh, that's what it came from. But I think it's like a supernatural or urban fantasy adult fiction series and fantasy series, something like that. I don't know. And it looked interesting. I really like this cover. And this is like the 5th book in the series. I was hoping that the other books would be like in this cover, but I don't think so. So I had to read the 1st book to check it out and see if I like it, and then maybe get the other books and stuff. So yeah, I found this, and like it's hard when you find books that in like the 5th, 4th book in the series, and you had to get the other ones too. Yeah. Alright, let's see what else we get here. I think that's all the books I got from this. So that was like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, that was 7 books. Okay. Now I'm going to show the books I got from the library recently. Alright, let's start with the ones I got out of that. Wait, not really out of that, but just the ones that right here. So the first book I got, see right here, is The Child Thief by Brome, and Brome is like kind of like I think he's a author and an artist. I don't know. I think he's quite known, or maybe kind of famous for the fantasy art, because his art is really pretty. Because I remember I saw like a book of it before, and like, I'll show you some pictures of his art. Like there's some pictures right here. We go against one of the characters, and like these right here, like that. And they got some other pictures too in here. And like, I don't know what the story is about. I think it's like some kind of fantasy horror, kind of gothic fantasy kind of thing going on here. But it seems interesting. The child thing, I think, I don't know what it's about, but it sounds interesting. So yeah. Haven't read it yet, but hopefully soon. Next book I got is The Dark Days Club by Alison Goodman. And this is, I think it's like I'm not really sure, maybe it's like a supernatural paranormal series or book. Don't know what it's about, but I really like the end papers and the cover. Just want to check it out, see if it's any good or if I'll like it or not. And it's like historical fiction too, so I think it's like the 1800s maybe. No, not the 1800s. 1700s. I'm still kind of confused how to put this. No, not the 17th. The 1900s. Yeah, they go 1900s. So confusing. Alright. And the other book here is The Prince Gambit by C.S. Pacat. This is book 2 of the Captive Prince trilogy. I read the first book, I think, around last year, and it was alright. I enjoyed it, but most people say it was like all fantastic and stuff. Like, what's so fantastic about it? I do not understand. And people say it's like a fantasy, but I don't think it really is a fantasy. I haven't seen much fantasy about it yet. Maybe it's in the second book, I don't know, but I haven't seen nothing fantasy about it in the first book at all. And like, the book was alright. It's alright enough for me to check out the second book, because I heard that it gets better and better. So hopefully it'll get better and better, and like, not be over exaggerated by other people on comments about it. Let's see here. Alright. Next, I got from, I think I got this one around last week from the library. I think it's a middle grade book called Brother Band, The Outcast by John Flanagan. And don't know what this is about at all. I think it's probably got a little adventure, maybe some fantasy, but not really sure. And this is the same author as the Ranger Apprentice series. So, all I know is things something to do with the ship, like they probably be sailors or sailing on ships. So I don't know much about this. Just want to check it out, because I know that YA books, middle grade books have more like adventure and like friendship and I don't know, more fun kind of reading instead of romance in YA books. Not all YA books have romance, but sometimes romance take over the story in some books. Alright, the next book I got is The Bitter Side of Sweet by Tara Sullivan. And I don't think this is a historical book. I think it's just a book. It's set in Africa. Where in Africa though? Let me see. In Mali. It's how they are somewhere else. So this is about two brothers. I think it's two brothers who somehow was like their family in Mali, but somehow they are somewhere else, and they are being slaves, collecting some kind of cockle pods. I don't think I pronounced that right, but I think it's a kind of plant or fruit or something. I don't know for sure. And it looked really nice. I like the cover, and the story seemed really interesting. So hopefully it'll be really good. So yeah, man, there's a lot of books on my bed. Shame. Alright, next book is a manga, and it's The Ancient Magus Bride by Korei Yamazaki. This is the first volume. I heard some good things about this. I think it's really good. So it's like this Magus kind of bought her to be his apprentice, and kind of like bride, but not really sure. And he's gonna teach her magic, I guess. And they got some magical creatures like fairies and stuff in here. And it seemed interesting so far. So hopefully I get into this and really like the story, and maybe do like a manga review of this. Alright, let's see what else I got here. Nope, not that. That's something else. Alright, let's get to the books I recently got today. Oh, wait. We got one more bag. No, we got one more bag here. I forgot about this bag. Wait, move it. Alright. The next book I got is Full Cicada Moon by Merlin Fulton. And this is a middle grade book. In verse, I think it's in verse, and like it is, the cover is really pretty, and this is about a mixed biracial African/Asian American girl who moved from Vermont. She moved from one place to another. So she moved to Vermont with her mother, and I guess her father too. And like she's like mostly the only kind of like mixed race, or mostly only color girl in her girl in her school. Mostly everybody is white, so it's set in the 1960s too, so late 1960s. So it's kind of like dealing with race, her coming to age story, and family stuff and stuff. So it looked really good. So hopefully I get to this soon and really enjoy it. Alright, the two other books I got in here are mostly do with Japanese language. I'm like, even though I'm into anime and manga and stuff like that, I still want to learn Japanese, and I want to learn Spanish too, but that's the other, Japanese. So I got Japanese kanji and kana, a complete guide to the Japanese writing system, and it's just mostly show you how to write the kanji mainly, and what the kanji stands for, like which words, and kind of like how, not really how to say it. But you can, it's like the value sounds, some of the value sounds sound similar to the Spanish value sounds, so it's similar, but some of it is tricky. I had a other book, Japanese book before from the library that it kind of tell you how they sound, and that's how I kind of remember it. So it looked like this. So you get the kanji on this side, and they show you the Japanese word, this right here, and they show you the English words. So, really interesting. Next is basic Japanese kanji, high frequency kanji at your command. So this is more like something like, of course, you have to read certain parts to understand it, I guess. But this part right here was kind of it's a little better help, because it shows you little by little, like, these are the numbers, got 1 and 2 right here in Japanese, and they show you how to write it, and like what else you can use it for in Japanese and English and stuff. So, and ingredient kanji, same thing. This is more like a school book to me, because like you had to read in Japanese and you had to understand what they're saying. I ain't there yet. So it's kind of like that. So yeah, they even have a little CD back here where I guess that can help somehow. Alright, now to the books I recently got today. Alright, so the first book here is the manga. It is Behind the Scenes, Volume 2 by Visco Hattori. You know how to pronounce it. And I read the first volume of this recently, and I really enjoy it. And I got this one, and hopefully it'll also be amazing and awesome and stuff, because it's about the art crew who helps with we call it theater, students who have who works to make movies. So they kind of like the people who help with the art part, do all the art working parts like costumes and backgrounds and stuff like that. And it shows how they do that, and like different characters, and this main character who's kind of like a crybaby, who kind of think he's like bad luck and don't have much friends, and he come into this group and they kind of show him that he has some talent and he's special and that he's good at what he do and that he's important to the team as much as anybody. And I guess this is his first time coming out of his shell, and almost like a coming of age. They're in like university, and it's just really cute. I really like the art style, of course, because it's like the same art style as High School Host Club, and I love that anime so much. So yeah, and this is the main character right here, and he is so adorable. I like how the art, like when he cries in the art, it doesn't just look funny, it just makes you want to hug him. He's just too precious. Alright, next book is a graphic novel or a trade paperback, Volume 1 of Silk Sinister by, let's see the full names here, Robbie Thompson, and the art is by Stacey Lee, Tana Ford, and Veronica Fish. And this is a kind of like a Spider-Man kind of thing, I guess. But she got the spider costume, and like she was bitten by the radioactive spider, just as Peter Parker has. And don't know much about it. I just saw it there and just like, ooh, what's this? And like the art, and I was like, let me check this out. So yeah, it's looked really good. Next I got is Brandon. What? Next I got is Rare Breaker by Brandon Sanderson, and this is a big hunk of a book. I think it's a fantasy. I don't know if it's a standalone or not, but yeah, I've been wanting to read one of his books so badly, so I'm going to see if I can check this out. I read one of his books, but it was shorter, kind of probably like a novella or something, and it was alright. This, hopefully I will like his stories, and hopefully it won't be too late to read it, like always is. And the last book related thing I got is it's an audiobook. So the last one I got from the library is The Cry of the Ice Mark by Stuart Heel, read by Heather O'Neill. Iceland Chronicle. I never read an audiobook before, so this is my first time going to check out an audiobook. And it looked awesome. It looked interesting. I heard of the title before, and I think I've seen the book before, but never actually, checked it out or read it. So I'm gonna try the audio. It got 12 discs in all. Must be a lot of chapters or something. So I can't wait to check this out. So hopefully it'll be good. Alright. I think that's it. That's everything. Hope you enjoyed this video. Please comment, subscribe, and like everything. I hope to see you again soon.